Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird.
I have no idea what that music is. Paul Brennan, our producer, picked that. Birds. Well, Alex McCoy knows a thing about birds. He is the CEO of American Ostrich Farms, and he's building a business around ostriches, really?
Alex, we've been so excited about talking to you all day.
Thank you. I've been looking forward to talking to you.
So tell us about your business. How many ostriches are in your farm or farms?
We have about 130 right now.
And where does one acquire 130 ostriches?
It's not easy. It's very difficult to import them. So I actually did a road trip around the entire country looking pretty much anywhere I could find to find these guys.
And where did you find most of your ostriches?
I mean, they're in Texas. They're in the Midwest. There are a lot of them in California. Really, these birds can live anywhere. They can live in the tundra. They obviously are native to deserts. So you just got to look for them. They're out there.
Not so much in Midtown Manhattan. So explain the business. Is this an egg business? Is this a meat business? Is it a feather business?
Yes, so this is a fully vertically integrated agriculture business. We have the breeder birds that lay the eggs. We incubate them. We hatch the chicks. We raise the chicks ourselves, and then we take the chicks for processing to a third-party processor. So we go all the way from the egg to the consumer.
How does a banker, someone who's worked at Citigroup and has been around the world, get to this point? And it's not just a hobby for you. You think this should be something that Americans should be eating more of.
I do. I grew up in a small town in Idaho, always interested in health, fitness, and the environment. And when I I moved to South Africa with Citigroup, and I first discovered ostrich. And it's everywhere down there. And it's just the most delicious red meat. And then I realized how healthy it was. It's 97% fat-free. And then after that, I realized how sustainable it was. They drink less water. They need less land. They eat less feed, and they emit far less greenhouse gas emissions than any other type of red meat animal. And I thought to myself, I would love to go back to the U.S. And start my own business. And it just seemed like a no-brainer. I couldn't believe the holy grail of animal protein, a lean red meat for Americans, doesn't exist in this country. And I just wanted to make it happen.
Fascinating. Have you got some restaurants on board?
We have a few restaurants. Right now we're holding back most of our supply to create future growth. So there aren't too many that we're serving just yet.
In other words, you're trying to get ostriches to breed. What do? You put them in a dark room, play some Barry White, and hope something happens?
Put some cigarettes on the night table?
There is a little bit of Barry White involved. Not every, male ostrich will like every female ostrich and vice versa. So there's a little bit of a courtship period.
Don't I know it?
Well, wait, what do you have to get first, though? Do you have to build up the herd, if you will, or do you have to get demand? Do you have to get those pieces in place so that it makes sense for you to build up the herd?
Where there is demand, it is inelastic and bottomless. There's so little supply in the U.S. that where you can get ostrich, and it's not easy, it is sold for very high prices, and it flies off the shelves.
How expensive?
So I'm focused on building up the supply. Mm-hmm. Anywhere from the burgers are around $15 a pound, steaks $25 to $35, depending on the cut.
Alex, talk to us. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Sorry, but you can find it online for far more than that. And what we're trying to do is get to a scale at which we can offer this to more people at a more competitive price point.
One of the arguments you make also, though, is it's better for the environment. Explain that.
There are, many factors about this animal that are unique among livestock. The first thing is that they drink less water and they need less feed. And so most of the water footprint of animals goes into producing the feed that they eat. Ostriches convert the feed that they eat into mass much more efficiently than any other red meat type of animal, 2 to 3 to 5 times in some cases as efficient as beef. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is greenhouse gas emissions. We don't think of livestock as emitting greenhouse gases, but in fact, livestock emit about a third of the entire greenhouse gas emissions in this entire country, including planes, trains, and automobiles. And it's mostly the methane that they emit from their ruminant digestion process.
Wow.
Pretty cool stuff.
So where am I going to taste some ostrich if I got to wait for your guys to get their Barry White on?
Well, in fact, we just launched a Kickstarter campaign this week. So you can go to Kickstarter.com and look for American Ostrich Farms. And we're on there, and you can order your meat today.
Great. But if restaurants, tell me restaurants somewhere where they're serving ostrich.
Just quickly, got about 10 seconds.
There are a couple places in Manhattan where they're serving it. Gentleman Farmer served it down in Soho.
We need the names because, Cory, I'm thinking next time you're in town.
Send me the names. I'll put them up on Twitter, and we're gonna help you grow your ostrich market. Fantastic story.
All right, I appreciate it.
And we're gonna play a little Barry White to help him get.
And my career is now complete that I've talked about ostrich breeding on the radio.
Gotta love it,
Alex McCoy. American Ostrich Farms. You're listening to Bloomberg Advantage on Bloomberg Radio.
Coming up next, Taking Stock. Stick around, everybody.
Baby, keep on